All right, there we go. All right, so starting over again. Happy Sunday conversation, everyone. My name is Bobby. Sorry about the sound issues. I'm here now. Appreciate you being here. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so Sunday conversation. Restarting over. You guys didn't hear a word I said. That sucks, but whatever. That's what we're here to do, right? We're here to learn, figure this stuff out. So I'm just gonna do a quick video here and conversation afterwards of how you can learn inside of the Taylor's Code for free. We have the classroom section inside the Taylor's Code where you can watch videos, take notes on all different topics. So I just wanted to touch on that super quick. So can I say something about VChain? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what VChain is. But I'm just gonna switch my screen over to the screen share. So sorry that didn't work the first time, audio issues, but I'll do it now. So let's just take a look at that. So once you get inside of the Taylor's Code, you're going to be dropped here at the home page. So this is where people chat. You can write what you're looking to get out of the Taylor's Code. I highly recommend that. Just post a video or post a post saying what you want to learn, and someone's going to reach out to you if they haven't already in your field. If you have something else you want to talk about, just put it up there. It's a forum for discussion. We can see people post lots of different things. Just looking to say hello, introductions. I post all different episodes of the things I do and questions, and people are always interactive in here. So we also have the calendar section where you can see where live streams like this are going to be broadcasted from people inside the network, like me, Priamo, Alberto. He does his calls on real estate wholesaling, 11 a.m. on Wednesdays. We did the Gentleman's Code, 8 a.m. on Thursdays. Priamo does his university meetings on 2 p.m. Saturdays, and then I do Sunday conversations usually every Sunday morning. A little earlier today than usually planned, but I usually just move this week down each week so I don't have to create a ton. But I mean, I could create some more so they're out there. But where I really wanted to get into the meat of today was this section here, the classroom. So as you can see, I have everything done 100% because I'm a G. I get it done. I've learned this stuff. It's done. It's in the past. So all you could do is, let's get started on this e-commerce one right here, because this is a pretty simple one. It's just one video. But as you can see, this is a 47-minute video that I created going through Shopify A through Z. It's a total overview of what you need to do to get a Shopify store started. You can watch this video, take notes, write down your own ideas with what I'm saying, and you could have a Shopify store up within, I say, 2 hours of watching this video. And that's not a joke. There's platforms out there. One I use is AutoDS, and you could create a store with AI in less than 30 seconds. You tell it what kind of products you want to sell. It'll handpick products that are already selling out there in the marketplace and create a store for you on Shopify, and then it will provide you with the login information. So there's a lot of information packed in this 47-minute video. I know it's a lot, but if you break it up into a couple 25-minute chunks, taking good notes, you're going to be perfectly fine. So this is Shopify. This is one that I created, and I wanted to actually jump into the crypto basics ones for today, because I think this is a really good one that I always go back to, just because it's always good to brush up on things you're learning. So I think this one is really good just to touch upon things that maybe you forgot about. If you want to open up a MetaMask wallet for this video, for instance, and you have a different type of wallet, it's good to go in and just watch this. So I wanted to watch a quick video with you guys. We're going to react to it. We're going to talk about it afterwards. And then that's it for today. So nothing too much. I just wanted to show you guys all the free information we have already in the platform. So make sure to use it. It's already out there. Costs zero money. If you're already in the Taylor's Code, if you're not in the Taylor's Code, it's going to cost you money. But these are all very good resources to learn from. So let's jump into, so what we have, what is a crypto wallet? Let's jump into this one. I think this will be a good video.
But there's also a private key. You do not want anyone else to have that private key. So think about it like this. Your public key is actually also your address, kind of like a PayPal email. Anyone with that sitting at your favorite restaurant, sharing a meal with one of your friends, and the waitress comes to the table and asks if the meal will be on one ticket or two. Unfortunately, your buddy doesn't have his physical wallet with him, but you tell him he can send you over part of a Bitcoin to your crypto wallet to cover his portion of the meal. He looks at you with a glare, showing that he has no idea what a crypto wallet is. You go on to explain that just like regular wallets, crypto wallets let you share money just like cash, but is way safer and much more permanent. Given they have become one of the most sought after systems in the crypto space, the influx of various projects, tokens, and coins means that users may have to use separate wallets to store their assets. But he's not the only one who doesn't understand what these wallets are and how they work. And with hundreds of these wallets available, most new investors have had a hard time understanding them. Well, in this video, we're going to review not only the main idea of cryptocurrency wallets, but we're going to go into how they actually work, their types, as well as some of the best ones to choose from. So first off,
So pausing it right there for a quick second, I think he's right in what he's saying is that there's so many to choose from these days that people get confused. And I would agree with that because when I first started, I had the same thought. You know, there's so many out there now. There's MetaMask, there's Phantom Wallet, there's now Coinbase Wallet, and there's all these other ones that are even more, I would say, secure. So you have cold wallets and stuff like that. But this is a good start. I think if you're going to pick one, I like MetaMask personally to start with. But let's see what else they say.
Is a cryptocurrency wallet? Well, in the most basic form, crypto wallets are simple programs, software, or systems that enable the storage of public and private keys. Technically, the private key is your password, but we'll get to that later. The usage of these public and private keys allows the user to send, receive, and also monitor their assets. Before we continue, let's talk a little bit about private and public keys. So whenever you have a wallet, you actually have two keys. There is a public key that you can share with your friends so that they can pay you, but there's also a private key. You do not want anyone else to have that private key. So think about it like this. Your public key is actually also your address, kind of like a PayPal email. Anyone with that public address can send you money, just like if they had your PayPal email. However, your private key is the password to your email. If you share this with someone, they can have complete and total access to your money. Now with your public key, you can only receive
I understand what they're saying here in this video. Public key would be like your wallet address, where if you copy that address and you send it to someone else, they could then copy that address and hit the send side on their end, so they could send it to your address. And then private key obviously being your password. A lot of wallets that I use will give you a 9 to 12 word phrase. So it's just like 12 words scrambled up in all different ways. And then you hold that as your key. And then also most of them are password protected. So it's really, unless you're giving people your passwords, it's pretty safe. So
but
obviously
with your private key, you can send them. A wallet stores both. If you're curious, here's an example of what each public and private key might look like. Now, one thing you need to know about different cryptos is that they have different address structures. So a Bitcoin address will look a little bit different than an Ethereum address, which looks a little bit different than a Cardano address. The addresses that I'm showing have no money in them, but the keys just seem to be a seemingly random mix of letters and numbers. I just wanted to show you what they look like. I'll also say how a public and private key work is a little complicated, and I'll have a separate video for that. And if I've already done it, you can find it in the playlist in the description below. Anyways, all that you need to know is that a wallet is simply a public key and a private key. So let's move on how to store these keys in 3 different wallet styles. The first type of wallet you can put your currency into is a software wallet. Now these wallets are usually online based. Exchanges like Coinbase or Binance are great examples of a software or online based.
Coinbase, obviously huge. Binance, obviously huge. I personally use Coinbase. Coinbase has been around since kind of the beginning for me. It's one that I have learned a lot from. So Coinbase actually came out with their own wallet, which they didn't seem to mention here yet, at least. But Coinbase now has their own wallet, so you could buy and transfer between Coinbase and the Coinbase wallet super easily. But let's keep going.
The public and private keys are stored on their servers, and they let you access them through your account. Now, it is important to know that they could technically spend your crypto because the private key or the password is on their servers. Yeah. Next up, we have a hardware wallet. So if you don't trust your information with a company or being online in itself.
So I wanted to stop there super quickly because of the point you made at the end about Coinbase having your public key and private key. So this is um, this is tricky because he's right, but also about what I said about the Coinbase wallet is that they don't actually have. I mean, maybe they do. I'm thinking of the 12-word phrase that they kind of use as a security purpose to get into your wallet. They haven't seemed to mention that. They've seemed to keep mentioning this private key, which I don't use as much. I think that's more kind of internal in the wallet. But they also provide you the key phrase of 12 words so that you can't, somebody else can't get into your wallet. And if you lose that keyword, you're going to have a really tough time getting into your wallet. They haven't mentioned that yet, though. Let's see if they do. But I think the keywords kind of deter from this because even they do have the private key and public key, I don't think they would be able to get in without your password to the wallet and your key phrase. So
password is on their servers. Next up, we have a hardware wallet. So if you don't trust your information with a company or being online in itself, you can actually opt into using a hardware wallet. These wallets are basically USB sticks that store your public and private keys for you. You can unplug them and then basically no one has access to them. Now, these wallets usually have a very secure process of getting into them. For example, the Ledger Live uses a 24-key phrase system to enter into its system, and there is no recovery process if you forget them. For example, if you forget those 24 phrases, your crypto is gone forever. But this is a double-sided sword though. Nobody is going to be hacking into your crypto unless they get access to the ledger and know the password to get into it. One thing to know here is that these physical devices can start to get a little bit pricey. I actually bought mine for around $90 a few months ago. Finally, we have a paper wallet. So the last wallet you can use for crypto would be a paper wallet. And this wallet would consist of your private and public keys and maybe QR codes that are used to facilitate cryptocurrency transactions. Basically, your public and private keys are literally written down on paper. You can think of...
want to stop there super quick, but going back to the hardware wallet, I think those are probably the most beneficial for the crypto space. I think they're the safest. But like he said, so he did mention the keyword phrases. If you lose that phrase, you're absolutely toast because then you're not going to be able to get back into your wallet. But I think a combination of paper wallets and the online wallets are the best because you can then type out your passwords on a piece of paper, put a QR code on the sheet you're trying to print out, and then print it out so you have it in person in a folder somewhere, as opposed to having that document saved on your computer where that could get hacked and then people could steal it. I would print it off, delete it off the computer and all that, and then have, all your keywords, everything on a piece of paper, and then use the QR code to the app, sign in that way. So let's go back to paper quick.
Private keys are literally written down on paper. You can think of this like using cash to debit cards. Though one of the largest problems with this method is the ability to lose or destroy the piece of paper if on purpose or by accident. Now, this is the most secure way to store your crypto, but it's also the least practical, which means you should really only use this if you have a large sum of money that you want to protect but not access it very often, because you'd be typing in that private key every time you want to make a transaction. And as we near the end of this video, I want to ask the question, are crypto wallets secure? So another thing you need to know about wallets is that we classify them into two categories, hot and cold. A hot wallet is one that is connected to the internet, whether it's through another company or your own computer, and it can be accessed online or through an application. A cold wallet, on the other hand, is one that has to be connected to a computer, like the USB method, or having it written down on paper. We call these offline wallets. So now that we know these two basic types, we can discuss if they are secure. If you're using a hot wallet, it'll always be vulnerable to online attacks, and hackers are always trying to find the best new way to access a system. Once your private key is public, you can practically kiss your Bitcoin goodbye. However, if you're using a cold wallet, the biggest vulnerability is either losing it or forgetting the passphrases. It really depends on the applications. For example, if you're mining crypto and you want to immediately send that crypto somewhere, you can use a wallet like Coinbase. But if you're investing hundreds of thousands of dollars, you may want to invest in a Ledger Live. That way you can unplug the USB and ensure that no hackers can get access to your private keys. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. It was kind of a shorter one, but we know that it'll help some people out there. We put a lot of work into these videos, and if you want to reward that work, you can click the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos in this fashion. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.
All right, there we have it. There we have crypto basics. What is a crypto wallet? So that's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys today. There's tons of different resources inside the classroom section, inside the Taylor's